Alrighty, today's date is
The 16th.
of February 2025, and Eric was the sacrificial lamb. He went and saw Crap in America for Brave New World,
Yeah, and
or
I know,
Order, or whatever the hell you call it.
I know I said I wasn't going to do it, and they weren't going to get my money, da-da-da-da, but, my buddy from the Valley wanted to go, and he came up, and so
What the hell?
I went ahead and went, yeah, and...
This is the man who watched 3 seasons, 3 or all 5, of STD.
Well,
Anyway, and went and saw Craven. So he's a glutton for punishment.
I went with he's my old high school chum.
Yeah, and that's great.
And we like to go see the Marvel movies. We even went to Madame Web, and
Wait.
so
Anyway, so that's his bona fides, his resume, and I'm going to start asking some questions, and here we go.
fire away.
What did you overall think of the film?
I didn't think it was all that bad, really. Overall, it had some pacing issues, and it had, there was some things that I took particular issue with, which we'll get to. But overall, it was not horrible.
Was it The Eternals horrible?
No, it's not the worst Marvel film by any means.
Well, that's the Marvels.
Right. It's not the Marvels. It's not the Eternals. It's not Quantumania.
Okay, so we're going to have to
And
which
really,
is the
there
worst?
was no real overt, messaging or wokeism in it like everybody was so afraid of.
I don't think they're afraid of it. I think they just sensed
They
that...
just expected it.
Well, hold on, because here's the thing. Because I was watching that crazy guy on YouTube, and he was not piggybacking, but reacting to the Critical Drinkers pre-review and post-review.
Right.
And his theory is, and I have to agree with this theory, is that they thought that Kamala was going to win because you had all the Avengers come out to support her and all this stuff. And then when the Kamala didn't win,
No.
but
I don't
that
think
was
so. It didn't come across like that at all.
Okay, but he does give a lot of examples of shite everything, and he hasn't seen the movie. He said he will pirate it to do a review. I
Wow.
won't pirate it, but I'll wait till it comes out, and Eric will have me over and we'll watch it again, and then I'll eviscerate it and sodomize it verbally, and we can go from there. But anyway,
Yeah.
we're gonna go with just your review and not what I heard or think, but it just, I'm not anticipating a lot of joy with this film.
I didn't either. And I didn't come out with any overly, a significant amount of joy necessarily, but I wasn't disappointed either.
So
Yeah, like I say, it's not the worst Marvel movie ever. And
on the scale, where is it of the Marvel films? Is it like Ant-Man?
it's a good 5 or 6.
Strong 5 or weak 6?
Strong 5. Yeah, no, a good 6.
5 out of 20 or no?
But no, it's like we were saying, it would have been great to have come out about 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's the main
The
thing.
timing is important.
Oh yes, it's
And
not just digital. Yeah.
I'm not sure, after seeing it, the focus groups that had seen some of the advanced screenings of the first cut, and they came out
Or
of it,
the original movie.
they were saying it was too political.
I'm wondering what that movie
And
is.
and I'm just wondering, because it is a very political story. That's what it is.
All right,
It's about the president, Ross, and the treaty, and the Celestial, and all the countries fighting over it.
Well, them in Japan.
And them in Japan in particular, yeah.
And so there were other countries?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
the
because-
whole world was involved
Yeah,
in it.
because Japan, what the fuck is Japan gonna do?
No, it was that they had this thing going, this treaty that was all set up, and then there was other things that happened. No spoilers, but it got in the way of the treaty, and some countries were backing out, and Japan was the last holdout on signing the treaty. That's what that was about.
Because they wanted this new...
And we were at the brink of war.
They wanted this new
And
element.
Yes, and there was a whole thing with the brink of war going on over this because
So it sounds more like Biden was Red Hulk? Because I heard that the pills
No.
that the leader... Hold on, I heard that the pills that for his heart palpitations or whatever
Yes.
was gamma irradiated, which is super retarded, but this is just what I hear. So,
No,
you know,
but that-
and then
that-
that was the triggering mechanism for Red Hulk. And then
Yes,
and
that was...
then the Falcon talks him down like a hostage negotiator. I mean, I'm just asking because this is what I've heard. Oh, you're like, oh motherfucker, huh?
Yeah, all that happened.
Oh God! Oh Jesus! So, all right. Well, continue, please.
But-
Don't let me. Yeah, I'm just asking questions.
All that notwithstanding.
Okay, you still say it's a 5, a strong 5, a turgid 5.
Yeah, because I did like the whole Thaddeus Ross thing.
What was
Even
his
with
thing?
Harrison Ford, he still played Ross. And,
What was the
and
thing?
the way that because his story arc, his character has gone through so much, and now he's president of the United States, and he's got to kind of come to terms with some of the stances that he's taken over his career, and
Sokovia Accords.
and the Hulkbuster, the Hulk guy,
and did they? I just have a question.
no, yeah.
Was there any mention of the actual Avengers or any of the superheroes that are out and about, or was it just the helmet and his shield show up?
Not so much, really, no, because, well, I mean, the Avengers pretty much have disbanded, but
Okay.
but now in this one again, well, kind of a little spoiler. The president Ross appeals to Sam Wilson to reform the Avengers because he believes that they were needed, and he's changing his tune and his stance on how he felt about supers in the past because.
And then, so, all right, okay. So then the original plan was to have a bunch of lady Avengers and their lady cocks out, and it was going to be the Fem Force or whatever. But this was in the way before time. And then
Well, that's not
when,
what we got.
That's when they thought
No.
She-Hulk was going to be a thing.
Right, but no, that's not what we got.
That's not what we're going to get.
No, God, no. There is, no, there were some surprises, though, some good things that I'm not going to spoil because they've kept a lid on it and they haven't leaked. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but there were some really decent, a couple things I didn't expect that I appreciated. I didn't hate it. I'm going to say I didn't hate it. Okay, so now I'm going to get to some particular issues. And I don't want to get into too much in the way of spoiling, but...
Well, you're going to,
The whole Isaiah Bradley thing kind of... I thought that he was still keeping a low profile. And in this, it seems like he's come out and revealed that he's still alive.
Oh.
Because he was supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
And this is just the impression I got, and I might be overthinking it, but the whole reason that Sam got the statue for him for the Smithsonian was that so people could remember him and know who he was without him having to come out and go public. And here he's gone out and gone public in this movie. And that's just kind of...
So do you think the people that wrote the movie didn't watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Either that or I'm overthinking it.
I think it's a little column A and a little column B.
Yeah, because, he was out and about. It was just something that I questioned, because I noticed. I was like, wait a minute, Isaiah's out and about, and
He's known.
He's known,
He's a known quantity.
He's come back to life for all intents and purposes.
Resurrection. Okay.
And the adamantium thing, okay, here's I got several issues with it, but I was thinking, because we did another video about it, and it's like, it's not an element, and it's an alloy. So, okay, so what if this element that is discovered in this Celestial's remains is the catalyst to make adamantium
bond
steel?
Yeah.
And it's just named after that element because it's the catalyst. I'd buy that.
Is that what they said in the movie, or no?
No.
They didn't get any technicals?
No. There was one mention of the only refined sample that they had, and then there was a graphic of like the raw ore, and it was
Department H, you motherfuckers.
It was described as the world's most flexible element, which, whatever that
doesn't
fucking
make
means.
sense, yeah.
It could be combined with anything. What? Are you kidding me? And it's even more indestructible than vibranium. Sure, okay. But
Now, hold on, I have a question.
But the only thing that I think that I could at least buy into with that is that this adamantium element is the catalyst to make the alloy that is the indestructible steel, the metal. And the only source of it is from this Celestial, which is very much like a vibranium because it's not indigenous to the Earth. It was,
But you're doing their writing for them.
also, it's a new discovery that just happened. So adamantium has not been around all this time, and we just haven't had any reason to mention it. So where did Wolverine's adamantium?
Well, Wolverine doesn't exist in this universe, right? The 616.
Yeah, but chemically, if the adamantium is required to make the adamantium steel, and its source of it is a fucking celestial, then where'd it come from in the other universe?
Exactly.
Right? I haven't really.
Simpatico. Absolutely.
It is sticking in my craw big time.
Yeah, motherfucker. We're gonna
That they
have to do
fucked
another
up adamantium like that.
video. Yeah.
And they're gonna have to do some what do you call
Judicious.
backtracking on
Yes.
it or whatever. Just they're gonna have to fix that.
You could. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I don't know about it.
I'm not gonna do their writing for them. But
No, like I say,
there is a way.
the could potentially have been a source, a small quantity of adamantium come from another world because we've had otherworldly experience, this, that, or the other. But
No.
but it's a new discovery.
Yeah.
Brand new, and they were even doing a symposium on it. So whatever.
Just don't do their writing for them because there's a way, but forget it.
No, there's many ways,
But yeah, they won't know. They won't get any of them.
but because they only just reacquired all these licenses
Yeah.
to these properties, they're introducing them all new when they could be, just
Even though Disney bought Fox 5 fucking years
that it's
ago.
been around, and we just never had any reason to mention it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, there's a couple. Anyway, we're not gonna write for them. Anyway.
but enough about that.
Yes, because we'll do another video on it. Because fuck, I'm sure we will.
But no, Harrison Ford's Ross was he played it really well, and it was.
Did he look like he was stoned out of his gourd?
Yeah, more for the most part. I just figured it was the pills,
Wow.
but no, they were supposed to be his heart pills.
Yeah.
Because he had the heart condition, and they were keeping him alive, but they were also slowly irradiating him with this
Gamma juice.
gamma radiation that was
Yeah.
absorbed into his bloodstream, which kind of explains away his red color, even maybe, because it's in his blood like that.
You're not because it's February and it's Heart Month.
No,
That comes from Roxanne, so it was a joke. It was a joke, not an adult joke, just a joke.
it was a joke, son. You missed it.
Right?
But yeah, then
So the leader looked retarded.
yes,
Yes.
the leader looked like Arnold Horseshack,
Right?
really.
Yeah.
And bonus points if you get that.
No big brain or tall brain or anything.
No, it was a big brain, is what it was, but it looked like an afro
Yeah.
on his head. It looked
Yeah.
like it almost looked like hair.
Yeah,
but
it did
wasn't.
look like hair.
It was his brain,
But why did they do the one?
all swollen and
But it didn't look swollen. It looked like just hair. Yeah. It didn't look.
it did the way. But if you looked at it close, it had the
Well,
brain pattern in the wrinkles. But
You
but
don't
at a
have to look
glance,
close, yeah.
it looked like Arnold Horseshack, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Painted green. And
So was he the Machiavellian
I just-
mastermind that it didn't do anything anyway?
it was like how would his head form like that? Because there's a big thick skull between the brain and unless the skull had thinned out, and that's why it looks so funky.
Or through the gamma mutation, radiation?
Because the brain had swollen, and that's what it was supposed to look like.
Like the old comics, how did it get all like he was fucking
was
walking
like-
around with a stovetop pipe?
No, it looked
Yeah.
like a stovetop hat. Yes, yes.
What the fuck?
And it was just instead of growing out like it did the way the movie depicted it, it just grew straight up. And
yeah.
But he did have kind of a ridiculous kind of a look to him because he had that great big oversized head and that little itty bitty body. And
Well, I'm not talking about the Avengers cartoon one. I'm
No,
talking
even
like the Dale
in-
Cone
in the comics, man.
Yeah, yeah. The
he
Dale.
was this little
the Dale
itty bitty
Cone,
little
yeah.
guy, like 3 feet tall, with this great big tall head. He was the leader.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, no, I like the late '90s remake of him.
yeah. But even if they didn't want to go there with the cartoonish looking tall cranium, they could have.
Done it better.
They could have just given him a taller cranium than
Yeah.
instead of just the whole brain just kind of bulging
Afro,
out
yeah.
of the top of his head and the back of it, and because I mean, really, it did kind of look like hair, and I didn't hate the way they portrayed him, what his role was in the film was it was cool, but yeah, the way they made him look was
All right, now, let's talk about Mr. Carl.
it was kind of like on a par with how they made the Abomination look in the Incredible Hulk.
Ugh.
You know, it's like that.
All right, let's talk about Mr. Carl Esposito. This YouTuber I was watching,
Mm-hmm.
he said a 60-year-old man fighting looked like he was a 60-year-old man fighting, and it wasn't good. Is that the way you saw it?
Yeah, in a way. I mean,
And it's not Obama compared to what they say online. It looks like Obama, but it's not him.
but I mean, come on, man. It's a movie. He's an actor. All of it's choreographed. You know,
They should have had a stunt double or a different person play the character.
no.
No?
I mean, if that's what they're going to be, you know, their big takeaway is, Giancarlo Esposito,
Not their big takeaway. One of their takeaways, like Jesus, Mother Mary, kind of thing.
you know, because he was, you know, one of the serpents.
Yeah. Do you think Whatchdigger would have been a better Whatchdigger? Whoever Esposito played. Do you think Kang would have been a better Serpent Society guy instead of the what?
No, because Giancarlo's performance in the character was actually really good.
Yeah, but it's like
He always is good, but in this one, he was
everything-
really good.
But it's everything he always does. He's typecast as the vaguely evil guy, right?
Yeah, but it
With a
suited
nice
him.
veneer and just
No, he was suited to this, though. He was.
okay. I'm just trying
No.
to
Because, you know, he was Sidewinder. You know, and we've already seen Cottonmouth and Diamondback in the Luke Cage series, so the Serpent Society's out there.
Well, they sure are fucking hiding, huh?
And Serpent was mentioned in the film as some kind of a private organization. I don't know, mercenaries or security or whatever the fuck. But they have a name for themselves. Serpent. It's not the Serpent Society, but you know that all the serpents from the Serpent Society must be involved in it in some way, shape, or form. And we just got introduced to another one.
Maybe in 10 years they'll have the whole group together.
Who knows? You know.
Now I have this is outside.
And maybe we'll get to the Young Avengers before they're all 30.
No,
Not likely.
it's already too late.
No, it is. That ship has sailed.
And I sold those books for a mint.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah. That's how you play the market, man.
maybe I am a Ferengi.
Dump it while it's hot, especially when.
But I didn't even. That was the thing. I didn't even know it was hot. I was just like, oh, I don't need these. Oh, what the hell, right? And then I look them up. I'm like, holy shit, Batman.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dump it now. Sell, sell, sell.
I don't know which one's better. That I sold those, or because I sold them all at the same time. Two different people. He bought both copies.
Wow.
Paid premium too for it. But I don't know which one I like better. That I sold those two, Young Avengers #1, or the What If with Jane Foster. I don't know which one's sweeter that I got rid of.
Oh, the Jane Foster.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Just because I mean, somebody would eventually want Young Avengers again. I mean, like I've said, you can't use that. You can't sell that for toilet paper now. You know.
Right, but.
Damn you, speculators! Now comic books are $8 a pop, and who wants to buy those?
Right, and what's their secondary market back issue value? Probably half that.
Yeah, maybe. Although I did buy a comic book store for 10 cents a book. I only spent $300 and something, $360.
No.
So how many comic books do I have? 10 cents a book. I only spent $360.
It's 10 for $1. That's 1,000 for 100. That's over 3,000 comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember back in my day when we used to go to the comic book store. If we miss an issue, we could get it from the back issues, but it was usually marked up by at least a quarter to 50 cents.
Oh, those bastards.
You know, just for going into the back issue box, it was marked up just by like a quarter. If it was $1 cover price, it'd be like $1.25.
Wow.
If you had to get last month's issue after the new one came out, and that was pretty standard. And then, of course, the hot ones were always priced accordingly, but general back issues were just a little bit more than cover price. Now you can get them out of a 10 for $1 book or a box or whatever.
Anyway, please continue.
But back to Captain America. You know, I liked Joaquin. I liked him in the series too. You know, I can't help it. I thought if we're gonna get Joaquin Torres in the live action. This guy's a good one. He's entertaining at least. And then the security head for the president. I'm not going to go into that one yet because I'm trying to avoid spoilers.
Well, didn't he try to assassinate the president?
There was that, and
something else.
No, that was the whole plot.
Oh.
You know.
Did I just spoil it?
No, that's. I think it's even in the trailers that you see they're shooting at him, but and that's part of the intrigue. And
is it though?
It is. I mean, in the context.
Okay.
You know, it is.
To me, the commercial.
I mean, it's not so like edge of your seat. You know,
oh shit!
Yeah, like I say, it's got some pacing issues, and it's you know.
So my whole thing is like beyond Whatchamacallit opening his gob and putting his foot directly down his throat. The ads just seemed lackluster and uninteresting. And if you didn't have Harrison Ford there, but I do like that you're like, oh, this would have been better 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And honestly, no disrespect, and I don't mean to be morbid, but it would have been actually much better with William Hurt.
Yeah.
For a specific reason that I'm not going to get into because it's a spoiler. But it would have been really nice to have William Hurt in this one.
Yeah.
You know, rest in peace. He was great.
Kevin, you're doing a bang-up job over there at Marvel.
No, Harrison did a fine job, and I'm not bashing him, but when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I guess that's about it. I mean, I didn't hate it, you know, but I wouldn't. It was no Cap 2, which it could have been. It really could have been.
Should have been.
You know, with the same kind of a storyline and
because that was actually interesting. And then you could have gotten Hydra involved.
Just a little.
I mean, not Elaine, but like actual Hydra. Just saying.
You could have, but could have maybe given some hints because I mean,
winks and nods, and just be like
people are saying, oh, it's setting up for some stuff that's coming down the road. Which again,
in 5
the
years,
president approaching Sam to get the Avengers back together, getting the band back together. And he's apprehensive. He doesn't know if he wants to do it, you know. So
we still get. Oh, you get to go see Ironheart. Oh, are they going to release that? I heard that they were.
No, that's going to come out streaming on Disney.
Well, it's a series. Going to be released. Yeah,
I don't have to go anywhere to see it.
Oh God, but you got to endure it.
I don't think I'm going to. I might sit through like the premiere and see but I couldn't get through Spider-Man Friendly Neighborhood thing.
And what if this last season?
And I'm really not going to go back and suffer through it because there's no way. Screw that.
And the last season of What If, you're not ever going to rewatch that.
I don't expect to go back and revisit any of that. No, it was not good, and it's a shame that's how they closed it because it's it
with a whimper.
Yeah, and I've heard buzz that we're going to get Jeffrey Wright in live action in the Fantastic Four film as Uatu.
Oh, geez.
He was the voice.
Is he going to be white this time?
No, he's going to be the same brown Watcher that he was in the series.
Fucking George Hamilton fucking Watcher, huh? Now, if you get that reference.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw him in the Build-A-Figure, like, why is he so George Hamilton-esque? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think that's about it. We'll wrap that up on that note.
With that,
the George Hamilton Watcher. Oh,
share,
my God.
Subscribe.